What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with MOFO RC, and come with me for a little trip around the range and the backyard, dude. Oh my gosh, what is he freaking driving? Freaking new Slayer Prime. However, look at him, dude. There's supposed to be a panel on the side. You wouldn't know that if I didn't tell you until you see the other side. Freaking lost it. I was freaking out, dude. I couldn't find it. I guess I left it yesterday. I remember throwing it in the bag, so I couldn't find it, and I was just like, we're running out of light. We're going to shoot the video. So as we come down and make the turn, you'll be able to see the side that I'm talking about. Look at him go. Also, look at the wheels, the modifications. Look at those things. Oh, my gosh. Ah! Slayer Prime, dude. Slayer Prime on Dominator links. Trixie wheels, and that's low weight hangers. Oh my gosh, dude. These are freaking so savage. We have a little bit more wheel scrub than I would like to have, but we're just running the deep side wheel out basically from the Rattlers. I will be making those again. They'll be called something else, but these are called Trixies. If you like running deep side out, if you like running crazy side hill, doing super savage, silly stuff like this, then these are for you. Oh my gosh, they hold 4 tungsten slugs, half-ounce tungsten slugs in the front, 2 in the rear. So that's a total of 12 tungsten slugs and 6 ounces we have on this bad boy. Oh my gosh, dude. It is crazy. So fun to drive. We are balanced at 63.37 at 643 grams. So savage. Also, I have modified my Mia's axle, if you didn't notice. It has something like, I don't know, insane. It goes so freaking far over. I don't want to tell you how much angle it got. 60 plus, easy. It is just stupid. I did have to cut into my all-new rail, which is coming in carbon, by the way. It is actually for sale because I paid for them. They're on their way. They'll be here next week. So if you want to be the first to get those and the first to ship out whenever they get here, they will be ready to go and ship out immediately then whenever they get here. So if whoever picks those up, first come, first serve. There's only 12. We got 12 rails and then 12 primes. So, we got 12 sets of rails for running with a body or running on a Cage Slayer Pro or whatever it's called, Fender Slayer, whatever it is. These type of things. Sorry, there's so many things going on. I'm trying to make it simple, trying to make it understandable. But let's just admire the Slayer Prime, dude. This is the primo of the primo. The only thing that I want to change, I do need to probably play with my settings a little bit on the old Rockwolf. And then also, my bad. I was trying to push the limit and I got caught on the log. Did not see it. Tire bite on the front wheel. So anyways, here we go. But we Rip-tilla-flip. I had set out in this, dude. I wanted to do some crazy stuff. And I wanted to be a Rip-tilla-flip original video. And we did just that. Obviously, I pushed up over the range after we flipped at the end. But this is like 15 minutes. Well, 20 minutes of actual driving and filming. And I had one flip that I did not recover from. That's pretty freaking awesome. And it wasn't because I was pussyfooting, if you know what I'm saying. Because these type of things are absolutely savage. This rig is coming in on the Dominator links at 172 millimeters. So it's a superstar. You're definitely going to need some serious steering to make up for that guy. And look at that. So we got a flip, kind of, and then whatever. Not super clean coming off. That was my bad. But we did save it. Looking absolutely nasty, dude. Look at this recovery. Yep. Oh my gosh. So on the servo horn, I didn't have a long enough one, so I put a plastic one. And cool trick, I doubled them up back to back. Look at the screws there. You can see it. Look at that shot. I zoomed in way more than I normally do because I usually have to have all the wheels on the screen if I have it on camera. Sometimes it goes off camera and that makes me mad. Oh, like the video I shot for you yesterday was off camera and I was really upset about that. Did you see it? Nope. Deleted. But that's okay, dude. We got this one and I think it's even better. I think the colors, it pops. I love shooting on the range. I could shoot here all day. There's so many obstacles, so many cool things to do in my backyard. I just try to hit a few points here. And again, we did a Rip-tilla-flip and it lasted 16 minutes here. So it's pretty freaking rad, dude, with the super duper duper baddie. This is the coolest thing ever by far, just to drive. And so I'm definitely looking forward to getting these. They'll be that's low, I guess. We'll have to differentiate in between these ones because there have to be new knuckles, and they're only for the Mias axles at this point, because they just go on to the hub and they stick to the end. The rear axle, the rear ones probably would work with most aluminum axles, or brass for that matter, but the front ones are going to only be made for those big round Mias, or potentially hot racing. We'll see. We got to find all the different knuckles like that. But anything that's like similar to the Mias, you probably could figure out a way to mount them up. So if we can find other simple ways to mount them, we'll make them available for other ways. So here, check this out. My rear tire, I cut the corner a little bit, fell in that hole. We're screwed. What are we going to freaking do? Show me, put it to work, homie. So anyways, I was just talking about the wheels. I just want to have them narrower. We're going to do it at the narrow side, just like we've been running our normal, you have deep side and narrow side, shallow side on the wheels, which is like a 4 millimeter difference in your offset. And so we're probably going to go to those, which means I have to remake the knuckles. And so they'll come made for the wheel that they come with the wheel as a set. I could potentially, I'm not going to make a listing for them separately. So if you have something or whatever, you need to buy another set or do the wheels, add another set of wheels, we could do that. Just holler at me. But I'm not going to make a listing for that. We'll have to do that custom, and you just have to holler at me. So they just buy it together.
No.
They are very freaking pricey because the tungsten's pricey. The whole thing is pricey. That's got 4-6 times the screws. Not really that many times, but 3 times the amount of screws that come in a normal kit. It's more like a normal beadlock. Anyways, the outer ring screws do hold it together. The inner just screws to replace the hub. So these are coming with the plastic hub. You could run the 0, 3, or 6 millimeter hubs also, but they would not necessarily directly fit with the way that I have these, made. So they are using all the tolerance, very, very closely, with a little bit of play. So again, that's why we have to remake them, move the weights in, and so we may go down to only 3 weights in the front and 1 weight in the back potentially. I don't know. So what I did, I haven't run 2. I didn't try 2 weights, but I ran 3 weights in the front with a single in the back, and that put me at 65 front weight. So if you need to do like tricks, you could really I don't know, man, it was just awesome pull-ups that you could do. But for running more just absolute downhills and savagery, by going to 4 in the front and 2 in the back, just balance it out at 63%, and this thing can do amazing downhills. It would probably run really well lighter than that. It's going to definitely run more stiff. It's not going to flex out near as much, but it's going to run. So especially we can go to a narrower offset. So these are called Trixies, and we'll probably call the other ones something like Compers or something like that, something to be a little narrower. We're actually only at 5 1/4. So being 162 millimeters long, 5 1/4 is not too long. But I also did finally realize, I thought it was true. I kind of got away from it, and then I thought about it again after driving it. And these axles, the isokinetic axles from Mias, really are the same as a stock axle with +4 extensions on the end. So that's really how they drive, and how they got their extra steering, which is what I had said from the beginning. I knew that, and whatever. So we're definitely going to flip the wheels and try to get that narrower. But you could also run this with Kings, with normal Kings or Daddies, or even Rattlers, or anybody else's wheels for that matter, on the Dominator links. And the the Dominator link set is, again, this wire link set, and you can get that listed probably by the time you see this video. It hasn't been listed yet. I did make a whole bunch of freaking listings that I'm not going to talk about right now. But a whole bunch of listings, dude. Check it out. Pretty freaking awesome. Everything comes. I will say everything comes so that you can choose black cage and rails, and your color tree, or then you can pick the color rails and a color cage with your color tree, or you can pick the silver rails. Silver carbon rails is what we ordered this time around. We got 12 of them again. The silver carbon rails, or on this, the Dominator, you can get the silver sides because it's just a single piece on the side with plastic panels and whatever. Those will always still be plastic that will come and attach on it, but the main chassis will be carbon. So this thing is just an absolute dream to drive. Again, I cannot wait to try it in other configurations, like with narrower wheels that I have not even created, but they will be coming very, very soon. So,
oh my God.
Very cool, dude. Also, this tire cut is just amazing. What I finally got to make it work the way that I wanted to. These tires, again, are the DJ Crawler 74mm tires. They've been cut. I opened them up finally on the front by cutting out the tiny little lug and then the inside half of the longer small lug, because there's two different small lugs that are in between the big lugs. And so just on the, I'll have to show all this later, but anyways, it definitely was a multiple step process that I went through in cutting these to get to this. This is dope. And then also to come alive, I used my D-shaped insert foam that I use on my inserts for the actually for the biggish wheels, and so I would definitely include that on these. I may start including a set of those on all the daddies and kings, all these big wheels like this for the big insert, because I haven't been putting a foam on it, but I also want to try something. I was just talking to my buddy Rob. Hi, buddy. Anyways, on those D-shaped inserts or foams, to cut ribs, basically, like every 1/8 or 16th of an inch even, all the way around. That will relieve the tension on the outer ring and let it conform while not allowing it. It should still keep the tire more centered and stop it from rolling over, but it should allow it to conform better. So I'll have to try that. Just another one of those things that I got to do. This was, I hella struggled there coming up there, and I was diffed out, and then it's just, hit the way I was hitting this. I'm not going on a certain direct path back here that I've done before. It's just trying this stuff out. I haven't hardly driven this rig. I've been so freaking busy doing other things, getting trees ready, getting parts, and getting orders out, and all these type of things. So, gee whiz, bro. It's been hectic and crazy. But if you've ever wanted a Slayer, dude, it's dire straits, dire time. I need your help. Please, dude, this weekend has to be a great weekend. It freaking has to be. So we got all kind of new stuff to check out. If you got questions, holler at your boy. If you don't get a response quickly on Etsy, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or my number has been posted in lots of places. So there you go. Hit me up, dude. We will get you worked out. If you want a Slayer, if you want a Prime, dude, the carbon's going to go fast when people start hearing about it. The carbon's going to go fast. There are 12 sets of rails and 12 of these. Again, dude, look at the panel. So you can run this without that cool, crazy panel thing on the side. You can run it all open. You don't have to run the pink thing on the top. You don't even have to run the sliders on the side. You could run it just the carbon and it would just be open. The only thing is that your shocks are going to hit, and it will be a pain in the butt. However, if you did want to show off your carbon, you could just run the plastic side, the slider, and you could run the exo cage on the top. You don't have to use it for the band catches or whatever, but it would keep it, protected or whatever. You could replace those parts. It is part of the roof, actually. It glues onto the roof. So all those things are optional. You can build it however you freaking want to. So anyways, this is one of those things that I've talked about before, where how your rig hits a certain obstacle, it may find its nemesis. So just the way that I'm hitting this, obviously if my rear end was 3 inches up onto that log to the left, we'd be going up this no problem. But the way that I'm hitting this, the way that the rear tires hit, and then the back tire or the front tires are hitting, and then the rear tires are hitting, is no good. So finally we got up here and we're going up, and then there's a hole, so you have to go around the hole. Otherwise, you go in the hole, and that's not good. So I floated over the hole, actually.
What a freaking
This is my first attempt ever trying to go across this nastiness with this rig. So it doesn't really matter how big your rig is. It goes over onto the wall, and it wants to stand up. A lot of rigs, the smaller ones, actually the left tire begins to go get pinched on the side, and then that happens a lot of times. So especially when you start pulling trigger, freaking Rip-tilla-flip, dude. That's the end of it. That was my first flip that didn't land the wheels, dude. I could have tried to do some crazy stuff, but you know, there you go, dude. So we're putting our tires in the griminess. It's wet. It's been raining all day, dude. It rained earlier for hours and hours. Been a few hours since it rained. So now look at our tires are all muddy and nasty. This is just not going to happen. We don't have any grip on that top. No way. But look at that. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Freaking nasty, dude. But now our tires are nasty muddy, trying to push up the backside of the range, which is just about impossible with all SDX 24s to go up straight ahead right there. You almost always tip backwards unless you hit it with a run-up. This thing can walk straight up with clean tires, dude. Just walk straight up that part right there. Amazing. So we'll get more showing off with this thing, dude. We just had to get a quick Rip-tilla-flip, and I will demonstrate this thing again. We'll get them on the table. We'll show off the new links, the new wheels, and just stay tuned, bro. So many things coming. But I need your help, dude. Share this video. Buy a freaking Slayer, dude. Hook a brother up. Help me to keep doing this, dude. We got to keep mama happy, bro. We need some freaking money. We got to keep it rolling. So I sure appreciate you homies, dude. Coming up the backside of the range. Closing it out. Thanks to everybody freaking watching. Thanks to all the freaking Patrons for your support. I certainly freaking appreciate your few bucks, dude. Thanks for being here. Thank you for support. We're not ending on a flip this time, dude. We're ending on nasty. Like I said, we only got one flip, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, dude. Rip-tilla-flip.